Hello, a very good afternoon to you all and welcome to Crafters TV. I am so excited to be with you all on this it's quite a sunny actually Wednesday afternoon. Is it Wednesday? Yes, Sheena's here, so it's got to be Wednesday. And talking of Sheena, yes, I am joined by the fabulous Sheena for this show. I'll be with you for the first half and then Leann will be popping back in for the second half, but it's all about a brand new launch. But however, before we get into that fabulous new launch, I've kind of introduced it already, so let's have a little say hello to the fabulous Sheena. Good afternoon, Sheena, are you well?
Afternoon, Lee. I'm good, yeah. All good. Yeah, I had a good morning. Ready for the next one?
Yeah, lots more playing, lots more techniques, tons more inspiration. So of course, you're going to want to make sure you stay tuned for the full 2 hours, because not only have we got lots of amazing inspiration, we've also got some new products. So if you didn't tune into this morning's wake-up call, my goodness me, have we got some goodies for you. However, it does not stop there. The gifts sort of keep on giving, especially this entire week here at Crafters TV. It's our summer news event. Now, some of you guys might have remembered our January news event. You guys at home loved that so much. We sort of wanted to bring it back for the summer with lots of brand new products. So every single day throughout this full week here at Crafters TV, we're bringing you a brand new launch. So many new products that we're bringing you, all equally fabulous. Of course, you know, I'm going to stand here and say you need it all, because that's how I feel myself. I mean, my goodness me, that Venetian Grace collection yesterday, how many of those paper pads I need, we're not going to put a number on it, but you need quite a few of those, let's be honest. But today it's all about the Sheena launch. Don't forget, a brand new launch every day this week, but you're also getting double points on every single order. How absolutely fantastic is that? Because if you are sort of new to your Club Inspire, and I'm sure we'll show you a little bit more information about that later on, it gives you that perfect opportunity to sort of move up the ladder and really accumulate those points quite quickly. So double points on all orders, and we're actually bringing you a different free gift every single day on all of your orders over £10 or $10. Today you're going to be receiving this fabulous stamp and die set that comes to you courtesy of that lovely Sarah Signature Country Lane collection. It's this beautiful cottage window, allows you to both stamp and die cut. You've got all the little florals there that you can be embellishing the window with the matching dies as well, all in one plate there. So it's super quick and easy to die cut plenty of those flowers. But of course, take those flowers away and it could be a window that you're going to be using all year round. Maybe you're going to be popping a little bit of faux snow onto that windowsill there, and it's going to be for Christmas. And a great one to have in your crafty stash, and that's coming to you for absolutely no charge at all when you are spending £10 or $10 today. So as if we're not giving you enough reasons to shop already, that's another one right there. Now, of course, our brand new launch today is all about a brand new Sheena set of stamps, which is absolutely incredible. And of course, with it being a new launch, we've got to bring you a showstopper. It's what you guys at home absolutely love, because it not only gives you the opportunity to get a fabulous brand new collection, but you're also getting some extra crafty goodies to go alongside those stamps. So if you are new to crafting, absolutely perfect, because you've got some new goodies to sort of kickstart you on your crafty journey. Let's look at the stamps to start with though. We're getting 3 fabulous sets of stamps within this collection, all brand new, hand drawn by Sheena. We'll get lots of inspiration throughout the show with all of these 3 sets. I have to say, of course, anybody who knows me knows that that top one is absolutely going to be my favourite. I am a big fan of afternoon tea, and I think that is absolutely fabulous. Perhaps you're giving vouchers for afternoon tea for a gift. How amazing would that be to actually get that as sort of not only the card to go with the gift, but perhaps a little gift voucher holder as well. That would be absolutely fabulous. You've got your lovely vintage gramophone down there and your telephone as well. Could be perfect for so many different occasions. Perhaps you just want to send someone a card to say, look, I'm thinking of you. It'd be great to have a little chat. Then what a fabulous set of stamps to go for with that one. And of course, mix up your colouring mediums. You're going to change that finished result every single time. And talking of mixing up your colouring mediums, shall we get a little bit of inspiration with some of these incredible finished samples. Now I have to say, this one took my eye straight away. How dramatic does that look? Stamped onto your darker colours of cardstock and using your pencils. Wow, what an absolutely stunning sample that is. Bringing in some of your nesting dies as well that I know you guys at home already have in your crafty stash, and you can get beautiful results. Super simple, but absolutely love that. How about bringing in some of your metallics, bringing in your gold mirror cards for your mats and layers? How smart does that look? Absolutely love the bold colouring on there as well. And the sentiments really do make these sets as well. I miss you, call me. What a great card to be sending. Perhaps just one you've not spoken to in a little while, just as that reminder that you're still thinking about them. That would be absolutely perfect. Love this. How fun is that? You've got your gramophone on there, you've got your martini glass as well. Could almost be a little bit James Bond, I'm feeling with that one. But really clean and simple, lots of white space there, but how absolutely fabulous does that look? Love that real elegant finish on there. Perhaps you're going to be bringing in some more of your decorative dyes just to embellish these up. Mixing up your colour and mediums again is going to give you a different sort of look and feel to these. Really love that soft effect that we've got on there. Maybe you're a fan of your coloured pencils. How amazing does that look? Look at the shine we've got on that plant pot there. So realistic. But you've got all the hard work is being taken care of when it comes to that line work with the stamps. It just makes it so easy to colour. When you've got such a well-designed stamp set, it really does make colouring not only a breeze, but so enjoyable as well. Mix up your card shapes, your styles. Perhaps you're going to be bringing in some of your stencils in the background. Don't forget to check out your pick of the day. You've got those amazing duet ink pads. Perhaps you're just going to go for one colour tone. How amazing does that look just with the pink? I mean, I am a big fan of pink, so this card certainly is speaking to me, but it just goes to show you don't have to use lots of different colours if you don't want to. Honestly, I could go on and on and on. These samples are absolutely stunning. I mean, Sheena's team is so talented, but when you're working with products like this, honestly, it makes crafting so enjoyable. And this one, this is a little bit of a blast from the past, I have to say. Anybody remembers your invertage, pyramide, all the rest of those sort of techniques, bringing that back with your stamps. How effective is that? Absolutely love that. Those are the sorts of finished designs that you can be getting with those amazing stamps. But don't forget, as part of that showstopper, not only are you getting your 3 sets of stamps, you're also getting a pack of the super popular. I mean, it's one of those you've got to have plenty of these in reserve in your crafty stash, because we get through an awful lot of our multi-purpose card. 300 GSM on this one, A4 in size, 60 sheets included as part of your showstopper. And then finally, as that perfect accompaniment with your stamps, you've got your stamp cleaning solution. Brilliant to have that to make sure that you can take care of your stamps and really clean them up thoroughly and keep them in perfect condition. So as part of your showstopper, you're saving over 15%, taking your Platinum Club price down to £28 or $32 for 3 brand new sets of stamps, your stamp cleaning solution and your 60 sheets of cardstock. And don't forget, of course, with that being over £10 or $10, you're getting not only your double points, but you're also getting that amazing free gift as well. Now, I know she's ready and raring to go, I can see. I know there's going to be lots of crafty inspiration coming up throughout the whole show. And of course, I'm going to keep it super educational with Sheena being here. So any questions you've got, do fire them across and we'll get them over to Sheena. But I think it's time, let's get a little bit of inspiration. What can we do with these stamps?
Oh, well, Lily, we were just, you know what, I have a plan.
Oh.
Then I change it.
Yep.
Then I change it again. And then I might change it. And that goes on until we go live.
Absolutely.
And then when we go live, I change it again.
Absolutely.
So that's what we did earlier.
Yeah.
So it's probably what we're going to do again.
Why
but
not?
That's the fun bit.
It's all
We're just going
about
to play,
playing, isn't it?
Yeah,
all
it's more
about
fun. So this morning, one of the cards that we created was this one here, and this was the loser of the 2 that we did. So this one, but I thought, you know, bless it, it's. I thought I'd show it again, and we did that using pencil, and I thought it would be good to show that again. But there's so much I want to fit in. And so this morning we did the telephone and we did the gramophone. So we haven't done the tea tree yet with the pineapple upside down cake. So it's got to be done.
Oh, yes.
So I thought that's
absolutely.
what we do,
Let's do it
to start off with. And then we'll do some cool backgrounds with the duet inks as well, Lily. Oh. So the first thing we need to do is we need to stamp something out. So I'm just going to grab my repositionable stamping platform here. And I've already got one stamped out because I thought we would do one with pencil and then one with full colour, and then we can have a bit of play, see what it looks like. Yeah. See which one you prefer.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, so I'm going to pop that on there. And these are photopolymer. We should mention that.
Fabulous.
So the thing is, this is a new one, new stamp, and it's going to be, there's always like a sticky residue when they're brand new, and they tend to stick to your card. So when you put them on your repositionable mat, and you've got your magnets on there, it's so sticky, sometimes it lifts the card up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use an anti-static bag on the surface of my card, so hopefully it'll stop it sticking just while I get it positioned. Yeah? So I'm popping that on there, and I'm going to position that about there. I think that'll do quite nicely. Thank you very much. That'll do the job there. And, you know, if you start off bigger, you can always trim down, can't you? So I always like to start with a little bit of a bigger area to accommodate for any kind of like little wibbly wobblies you've got to take care of, like straightening the horizon line or something like that. So let's position that. Yep, that's good. It didn't stick that time. Woohoo, I remembered, finally. So now I'm going to ink that up. I don't want that powder on there anymore, so I'm just going to wipe that a little bit. And I'm going to ink that up using I think I'm going to use the black. Okay. Usually I steer away from black, but we're going to go for drama.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so I'm going with the black waterproof dye ink. So full on drama, full on impact, and you'll see where you can get all that detail that I've put in there for you. So where you've got shading, there's like the wood grain, I'll put more lines where it's darker, where it would be a shadow beneath the teapot and the tree and things like that. So all that shading's there for you, but not that much that it detracts from what you being able to colour in. And that's the secret, I think, to getting the right balance with a stamp.
Yeah, I always say it's such a fine balance, isn't it? Because you need all those clues within the stamp. You need to know where that light and shade is going to be, but if there's too much shading in there, it's not enough for us to colour, do you know what I mean? It almost takes away the fun, and I think you've struck that balance absolutely perfectly, as ever with these stamps. The detail is all there, but there's still lots of opportunity to get your pens out, whatever colouring medium you're working with, and have a good old colour, and that's what it's all about, just having a good old play. Wow, look how crisp that stamped out first time, incredible.
Yeah, it wasn't bad, was it? Because it's a brand new stamp. Normally it'll take a while to get them kind of like, you know, so that they're stamping cleanly, but yeah, straight away. And the photopolymer is just like, it's the Rolls Royce of your stamping material. So acrylic looks similar, but it's not, believe me. Acrylic can squish, you can lose the definition in the line. This is the baby, the top notch. So I'm so pleased that I get to have my stamps made out of the photopolymer. So let's do, you know what, Lily, I think we're going to do that little pencil thing to start with before we do colour. Yes. We'll do one full-on colour and one spot colour, okay? So what I used this morning for the spot colour was this fabulous set. Now, unfortunately, after telling you how wonderful it was, we found out it wasn't available on the website. But Leann is bringing it back.
Oh my gosh, really?
Yes.
Oh, this is exciting.
It's a great set, this. It's a fabulous set because it's got a really good pencil sharpener, a really good eraser, all your blending stumps, you need them for your regular coloured pencils, for your colour blend, but also for graphite technique, which I'm going to do now. You've got the two pencils, you've got an HB and a 2B, which one will be for detail, one will be for shading more, get your darker shades, tones, the 2B, and you've got your sanding block for your paper stump. So jobs are good and all good to go. So I'm going to take the pencils out, probably take the pencil sharpener out because I may use that, and take the eraser out because I'll definitely use that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at my image and I'm going to think, first of all, before I do anything, what am I going to have as this highlight? Where's going to be the spot colour? Well, I think a bit of pineapple upside down cake needs the full colour, and I think the flower. So let's do maybe all of this in graphite, and then maybe these two as the pops of the colour.
Sounds good to me, yeah.
You reckon?
Like the sound of that.
So what I'm going to do, let's try with the HB first. So what I'm doing, and look on the stamp, and can you see where all of that line work is what we were just talking about, Lily, where the definition, where the shading is, to give you a hint of like, that's where it's going to give you that contour. You want that darker there. So that's where we're going. This handle is actually like a woven kind of raffia kind of handle on that one. But you can make it any way, anything you want. It's your design. It depends on how you colour it in, how it's going to look. That's the thing with designing stamps. You've got, like I say, you want enough detail to make it look cool, to give you an idea of where the shading's going to be, but not that much that it doesn't leave you some decisions to make yourself on if you want that darker, lighter, or if it needs to have some colour over it. Yeah, so what I'm doing is I'm just going ahead, I'm looking where it's going to be darker under these cups. I'm using the pencil, I'm using it darker underneath the cups, and I'm just dragging across like this with the pencil, kind of in the line of where the green in this tree is, because it's a wooden tree. Yeah?
Yeah, lovely.
And so darker under there and in here. And I'm not worrying too much about it being perfectly blended, because I've got the stumps for that, so don't worry at this stage about that. We're going to come to that, we've got it covered. So just like that. And can you see where I've got more lines here?
Yeah.
There, that's not only giving you the impression of the green in the wood, it's also darkening that area of the tree, so it makes it look like it's set back. So before I do anything else, I can now think, right, let's go to get a paper stump into the mix, and we'll see what the blending's going to look like. So we'll try this one to start with. So what I'm going to do is just circular movements with the blending stump, and it's going to start pushing that graphite into the card and taking away all the line work. It's going to make it much more diffused, make it look like more airbrushed than anything. Can you see? It's just literally pushing that graphite across the tree where I want it to be, and getting rid of all those harsh lines, which you would spend ages at school when we used to do still life. You spend ages trying to get rid of those lines when you were drawing your plant and your wine bottle or something you used to bring into school. There's always like a spider plant or something there.
Yeah, it's always
wasn't it? It was like the only time you saw spider plants was when you had to do a still life in school, I think.
Sure.
So we've got that going on there, and we can do a little bit on here. Now this is where, if you want this to look metal, the graphite should really help you out on this, because you can really get some quite good drama going on from the darks to the grey tones to the white card, so that it looks shiny. So can you see how that's already looking quite shiny there?
Really popping, isn't it?
And then if we blend under here.
Just while Sheena's colouring, we'll say a few quick hellos. We've got so many people joining us this afternoon. We've got Teresa Campbell saying good morning. Sarah Brown again is joining us from Australia. It's now 11 o'clock on Wednesday night. Maria Cooper's joining us saying hi everyone. Lynn Blackledge is saying good afternoon. Pammy, good morning from Central New York. We've got Lillian Kwok. We've got Kim Colleen's joining us, Charlotte Everett from Herne Bay. We've got Laura. Pammy is, exciting news for you, Pam, congratulations. My son got a small scholarship award last night for university. I need to sit down today and make a thank you card for him. So watching and crafting, that sounds perfect, and big congratulations to your son, that's fabulous. Beth is saying she's always excited to see Sheena on, aren't we all? So much inspiration coming up for you guys. Yeah, lots of you joined us already. Lots of you are loving the demos. I mean, look how quickly and easily that's coming to life. Just using a pencil, wow, the sorts of results you can get.
And how affordable is that?
Absolutely,
how affordable, Lily? If you, a pencil, just an HB and a 2B pencil, and a paper stump, and paper stumps are brilliant things. So what I'm doing, because my paper stump, I'd used it quite a bit, and it was starting to get a little bit lost its point a little bit, and it was getting a little bit dirty with the graphite. I want to clean it again. That's all you have to do with that, and now it means I can get in and get that detail where I want it. Also, the next thing to look at is you may want to sharpen your pencil if you're losing that little bit of definition, if it's getting a little bit messy. Just stop and sharpen the pencil, and then you'll be good to go again. Just put that definition back. So I'm going to go around with this and just continue. Can you see where there's some shading underneath here? It's an idea to use maybe a pale ink when you're doing this technique, because it'll allow you to do more of the shading yourself than relying on the stamp for the dark line in the shade and the definition. Does that make sense?
It does. What ink pad did you use? Can you remember to stamp that one?
Sorry?
Can you remember what ink pad colour you used for that one?
I don't, because I think this one was, I don't know whose this one was. Let me look and see whose card it is. It was Julie. Julie stamped this one for me before the show. I think if you look at the, what I would say is try Flagstone.
Yeah, I think either Flagstone or Pebble.
Yeah, something like that, Lily. One of the paler ones for sure. And what you can do is when you've finished all this, if you want to put some of the definition. Say it went a little bit fuzzy because the blending had got a little bit away from you, or you'd lost a bit of the definition. You can always use your eraser, tidy it up, sharpen your pencil, and then put that definition back. It's so forgiving. It's such a forgiving technique. But what you're looking at here, and it's a really good thing to do, is you're just looking at the values, the black and white, the grayscale values that make something look 3D. And it's a really good little exercise to do, even like, you know, we did this at school for a reason, because it's taken away the colour element. Because sometimes when you colour things in, it can still look flat, you know, and what you find you've done is you've used colours that are very tonally similar. So they're all kind of like, if they turned it into a black and white film, for example, you would see no definition with it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So what you need is a lot more kind of contrast in your project to make it pop. And that's exactly what you're doing here. We're just using that pencil. It's super effective, and it's super thrifty way to colour in.
Oh, yeah,
it's super affordable, but it's also, you're learning about your tones and values while you're playing. And then when you come to do your colour work, you'll recognise why maybe it's looking a bit flatter. You need to make either lighten some areas with the colour or darken some colour on your other image, if that makes sense.
It certainly does. Wow, this is looking absolutely incredible. And as well, if you're somebody who perhaps crafts on the go quite often, maybe you get the train a lot, perhaps you have a caravan, and you want to take a little bit of crafty goodness with you, but you've not got a lot of space to lug perhaps a full set of pens with you or a full set of pencils. This is basically the ultimate in terms of portability when it comes to your colouring. All you need is a few stamped images, perhaps get them stamped out before you go, a pencil, a blending stump, maybe your little eraser and your sharpener, and honestly, you are good to go. So little that you'd have to actually be bringing with you, but you can still get amazing results. If you are thinking about crafting on the go, what a fabulous technique to be working with.
Perfect for that. Perfect, Lily. And I'll tell you what the other thing is. I've been getting into a bit of the bullet journaling lately.
Oh, have you?
Yes, nice. Just because more for sketching. I like pretty things, and I'm so bad. The thing that terrifies the life out of me is a spreadsheet. I look at a spreadsheet, and it could be in any language. It could be from another planet, because I just go into panic mode and go, I don't even see anything on there, because it's like hieroglyphs to me. But something with a picture on it, and for example, if I look at a list of like my month or whatever, if I see it in little squares, in little square form, you know, on a calendar rather than a list, it makes sense to me those days. And also images, if I have a picture in there, I'll A, use it more, and B, it just seems to resonate more with me. And I think most crafters are visual people, and definitely. I think that's so. By maybe using your stamps, and I want to do more of this, maybe we'll do more of this. This could be maybe a Wednesday thing, and we can look at, I've been doing it for a while on my Sheena Douglass on my main page, Lily.
I have seen,
so if you join the Facebook Lives and on the Inkettes, you'll see I've been doing like a sketchbook. It was a sketchbook Sunday, but it's like whenever now, but it's like a sketchy time where I'm using stamps and stencils and dies, but in a way in a sketchbook or a bullet journal or whatever, so that you're using what you've got in a different way.
Definitely. I'll tell you what would be a good idea actually, and I don't know whether we can make this happen, but I think it would be a nice idea. Every Wednesday that you're here, how about you did 1 page per day? So then over the week,
that would be fab. Absolutely. Maybe we can start that when on a Wednesday. We'll find a page and we'll do something with it. It would be nice to do, but look at the light and shade and contour, and we used just pencil. It's
incredible,
just
isn't it?
incredible what you can do with. So here, because I don't want to lose that contrast with what I've got going on, and I want it to look like this table's just got some wood grain in it. I still want to keep that line kind of, look there. This is very dark here, so that's okay, because I needed that to be dark. And in here, this is going to be dark, but I'm going to colour the other bits in. So I'm going to just blend this here.
Wow.
But these bits, I still want to keep this table quite light compared to the tree. So just be careful, just put a little bit in, give it a little bit of a rub over with the blending stump, and you've kind of like, you're emphasising the green, the wood green look, see?
Yeah, looks amazing, wow.
Isn't it just cool though, what you can do with, we've got all these amazing products, and Leann, bless her, brings all these fantastic things to us, and we're going to use them shortly. But it's lovely to just take it back to, you know, just something like a pencil and think, wow, and it looks so different.
It's almost like crafting in its rawest form, isn't it? It feels like a very pure form of crafting, which I think there's something quite liberating about that, if you like. But doesn't it look amazing? So many of you guys at home are thinking exactly the same. You are loving this amazing technique. Oh, we've got Sharon, one of our inkoids, joining us. Oh, she says she's loved playing with these stamps and the duet ink pads. I can see why. Some stunning samples. Tracy Harris is saying she's loving the new stamps as well. Lillian Kwok is saying she now needs some pineapple upside down cake. And Sherry Miller is saying such amazing tips, Sheena. Of course, as always, that's what it's all about. Not only bringing you those amazing brand new products that you guys know you need to add to your crafty stash, it's showing you exactly how to get the most from those products. And it's showing you something a little bit different. I think what we all love about watching Sheena is she shows us techniques that perhaps we've not seen before, perhaps we've not used for an awfully long time. And it just gives you that bit of inspiration, that sort of motivation to get going. Have a try at something a little bit different, and you can see the sorts of amazing results that you can get with such incredible stamps.
So that's lovely. Thank you, everybody. That's lovely. So what I'm doing now, Lily, is I'm going to use the duets, and we're going to colour in that bit there. So I'm thinking, obviously, we want a pineapple-y colour and we want a cakey colour. So we've got no brown, but if you mix like a purple and a yellow, you should get a brownie kind of colour. So we'll try that for the cake. We'll be close enough, and if it's a little bit of a, you know, a stretch colour-wise, well, it's fine. It's artistic licence. It's all good.
Yeah, of course.
So we'll try that there. Let's try a little bit more of the orange in there. See what we've got. Oh, yeah, very orange cake. Oh, you know what I've just done?
Oh, go on.
I had a cup of tea, mug of tea, and it's not even anywhere near my water.
Oh, no.
I reached past my water, Lily. And I dipped the brush in me tea.
We've all been there. We have all been there.
Past
oh dear.
my water to spoil me mug of tea.
There's nothing worse,
Well,
there is worse if you actually then go to drink the tea, but
well, yeah.
try not to, please.
What am I like?
Oh dear.
So, yeah, I don't know why I was compelled to do that. It was like, it wasn't even the closest thing at hand. I literally had to, like, put myself out to get it wrong.
I think you're probably too busy thinking about the pineapple upside down cake. We'll blame it on the cake.
Blame the cake. I was like looking at it thinking, oh. And you know, I was telling Leann, the weird thing was, I've never seen a pineapple upside down cake for years. It was the thing to make. And in school, in cookery, it was one of the first things I made, was a pineapple upside down cake. And last week, we were in this gorgeous place. If I'm ever can't be found, Lily, tell people to look at Here and Why. I'm likely there. I love that place. Books, antiques, quirky, fabulous shops, independent shops. I was just telling Leann about it. It was like, she's ready to go now as well. So absolutely fabulous place. And there was a shop selling pineapple upside down cake.
way.
Can you believe it?
That's a funny coincidence, that, isn't it?
Oh, it was like it had to be.
Absolutely. I have to say, I've not had it in years. It's something that I always remember having it at school dinners. It was one of those puddings that you'd always have. Yeah, it was one of my favourites.
It's a great cake, and it's so easy to make.
Very, very underrated, I would say.
Absolutely. Bring it back.
George in our ear thinks he's never had it, and Nicola. Oh my gosh, did you not go to school? What did you eat at school?
I'm feeling sorry for you because you've missed out there, Nicola. This is like... Well, what you do is you put your pineapple in the bottom of your cake tin, right? And then you pour your cake batter on top of it. So when you take your cake out, it goes upside down, you see. And so you're seeing the bottom first, and you've actually, it is a thing of wonderment and beauty.
Oh, they are lovely.
Yeah. If you haven't had any. Oh, exactly. If only we'd thought on, eh?
We can't be that organised. We can't remember everything.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
most things,
we'll maybe do it again, like, you know, and do it all again and forget the launch. We'll do it again with cake.
Yeah. So we have to launch part 2 with cake.
So what I'm doing is I'm popping a little bit of this pink here now.
Yeah.
So, and I'm going to pop a little bit, and I'm just going to start colouring in this pretty little flower here. So I'm going to go and do some darker bits at the base of the flowers. I'm not going to get really too fancy colouring this because it's quite a small image. So you're not going to be able to do too much shading with it, to be honest. So, but all I want to do is just leave a little bit of pink, lighter pink and darker pink going on there.
Yeah.
I've even simplified it further. Look, I'm just putting a wash over the whole thing like that, and then I'll go in with some darker pinky purple to give it a bit of a shadow here and there, and definitely maybe towards these ones at the bottom. So just going over it again.
Yeah, looks fabulous.
Just strengthen the colour a little bit.
I have to say, given the fact that you didn't even have a brown ink pad, you've got the colour of that cake pretty spot on, I would say. Looks good to me. You could have fooled me. I could have said, oh yeah, that's a brown ink pad, but no, no brown duet ink pad. So yeah, just goes to show you can blend those colours and get totally different colours.
Getting them mixed in, Lily. That's all good. And that's why I enjoy these shows, because it's nice to be able to have the time to show that, and you know how you can literally. There's a lot more here than, it's nice to show you the backgrounds and everything, but then it's really nice to be able to have the time to see a different way, because you know they're investment, they're going to last you.
Absolutely.
And so to get more use out of them and more and different ideas on how to use them is always a good thing in my book, don't you think?
Definitely. We don't do one trick ponies here, that is for sure.
Absolutely. We like to mix it up for you.
Yeah, definitely.
Right, so, I like that bit of yellowy on that flower.
I was just thinking, I like that.
It up a little bit.
Fabulous.
So, that there is a version with a spot colour.
Amazing.
With the cake and the flower.
Absolutely love that. That's the sort of thing you could imagine going into a posh gallery and that being one of the postcards that you can buy in the shop. It just looks so incredible. Wow.
Cool.
Absolutely love that. Or you could see it on the wall of like a very, very boutique, expensive little tea room out in the country somewhere. Just have it on the frame in the wall.
Absolutely.
Yes. Love that. Wow. How
it would attract me. But I love the way the graphic works for that. Imagine it to be like a silver service teapot or something, and it just really does make it look metallic. So I'm going to wipe this up. I'm not going to do the other one right now. We'll do a different image, full colour, but we'll do a background. Shall we do a background next? Yes.
Alrighty. Love that idea. Right, well, Sheena's just having a little bit of a wipe up. Has to be done. I know we don't like tidying up, but it does have to be done. I'm just going to remind you of that incredible all occasions showstopper. It's those 3 brand new sets of stamps that you're getting, brand new from Sheena. You're also, as part of that showstopper, you're also getting a pack of your white multi-purpose card and your stamp cleaning solution as well. Gives you over 15% saving on a brand new launch. And don't forget, we're in the middle of our incredible summer news event, which means not only are we bringing you lots of amazing brand new products, we're also giving you double points on all orders. And also when you're spending over £10 or $10, we're of course throwing in an incredible free gift. And today it's this beautiful cottage window stamp and die set from the Sara Signature Country Lane collection. Now, want to sort of tickle your fancy with another incredible range of products that we've got as part of today's show. And this is actually your pick of the day. So don't forget, you have got an incredible collection of your duet ink pads. Just what Sheena has been colouring in with. She's going to be doing a background in just a moment, so she's going to be showing you even more ways in which you can use these incredible ink pads. The latest and greatest when it comes to our ink pad range here at Crafters Companion. These are our duet ink pads. These are amazing because they're those fusion ink pads that oxidise over time, and they also give you that chalky finish. And as part of this amazing collection, you're getting 11 of the different colourways. So all 11 of those ink pads that you see in there. You're not getting the lemon meringue, just covering that one up, but you've got plenty of other colours that you can get crafting with straight away. You're having a saving of 10% on this bundle, which takes your Platinum Club price all the way down to £47.19 or $70.79. But of course, with that being our pick of the day, it means that it's gone live this morning. You can only get it until 11 o'clock tomorrow morning, just before wake up call, when we launch our brand new pick of the day. It's an incredible collection of ink pads. I think traditionally, many years ago, we all used to think of ink pads as all they did was they sort of ink your stamps and you stamp with them, but you're so much more, so many other techniques you can do with your ink pads. Like we've just seen, you can paint with them. We're going to be seeing a little bit of inky backgrounds coming up. You can be doing your letterpress techniques with your embossing folders. Honestly, so many different techniques with these incredible ink pads. The Duet ink pads, the latest and the greatest as part of our ink pad range here at Crafters Companion. So, without further ado, I think it's time that we get a little bit more inspiration when it comes to these incredible ink pads and the sort of techniques that you guys can be creating at home once you get these home.
Yeah, great.
Ready?
Yeah,
Let's do it.
Right.
So, ready, set, craft.
Yay! So what I've got, Lily, I've looked at the colours in the picture and I thought it would be nice to reflect some of those colours, these colours here in the background to tie it in.
Definitely.
So I've picked out, I've got some sweet clementine, rosy apple.
Yeah. I knew it was coming. Oh dear.
And I've got some raspberry ripple.
Oh.
I just think of ice cream.
Me
there,
too,
that's it.
yeah.
Right.
Only thing I can think.
Nothing more to say, just yes, please. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with my lightest colour. In this case, it's the clementine. And I'm just going to blend. Now, I've gessoed this background. If you want the colour to look paler and even more diffused, if you gesso your card first, your inks go even further.
Okay.
Your little bit goes a long way when you gesso it. You don't have to, but I think it gives it a really nice, soft, ethereal blend. And we may well even get the new sprays into the mix here as well, you know.
Oh, let's do it. Why not?
Why not? When they're here.
Yeah, it'd be rude not to, I would probably say.
Would be rude not to, wouldn't it?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, they stood right there looking at us, so, you know, bring them in, why not?
Absolutely.
And
So,
the cardstock you use, sorry, is that multi-purpose with the gesso on?
Sorry?
Is it multi-purpose card under the gesso that you
it
use?
is multi-purpose, yes, because the
Thank
thing
you.
is with the gesso, it then doesn't really matter what card's underneath as long as it's thick enough.
Okay.
Because you've kind of like trumped whatever surface is on underneath, because what you're doing is you're like the gesso's the surface you're now inking onto. So this could be like a piece of MDF.
Oh, yeah.
It could be a bit of old cardboard. It could be, if you like to use multimedia and mixed media or upcycling and things like that, just anything. Once you put the gesso on, that's the same surface, whether it's on card, on board, on wood, whatever. As long as it's sanded and it's smooth, it'll be the same effect.
Brilliant.
So we'll pop some of this red apple in here now as well.
Nice, love that colour.
It's pretty, isn't it? But can you see how they're much more muted when you use the gesso background?
Yeah. Does make a big difference, doesn't it?
Sorry?
Does make a big difference,
It does, yeah, absolutely. This is where when I do these two, though, it reminds me of those fruit salad chews.
Oh, yes.
That orangey colour and that red, absolutely.
George reckons it's the best sweet ever. I'm not sure I'd go that far, George. But
Oh, I like a fruit salad, I've got to say. Nice, lovely. Like we used to go get the mix-up when the van, we used to have did you ever have a van come around, Lily? Like a sweet van?
No, we've never had that.
Oh, back in the day, you used to get a sweet van come around and you'd get your mix-up, your 10p mix-up.
Oh, see, we used to have 10p mixes, but we used to be at the corner shops. You'd go up and you'd get your little white paper bag with your 10p,
Yeah,
10p
exactly.
mix-up. Yes, yeah.
And that's where you get your white mice and your,
all the
fruit salad.
classics. Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
those flying saucers that had sherbet in them.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, another
it's like
classic.
cardboard with sugar inside, isn't it?
Yes, exactly. Right, so I'm not going to go too much on with the raspberry because it's actually a cooler tone. Can you see? The others are quite warm and this one's putting a little bit of a cooler, unless that maybe the brush has got something, another colour on it, but it's making it a little bit more muted. Don't mind that, but I want to save that for the next layers. Okay, we'll leave it at that for the minute. And so we could well do a little bit of layering and we could fall bleach out and then put some more colour in.
Oh.
So let's do that. So let me wipe this surface up here. Of course, what you would do is just spritz that and get a bit of card and pick it up. Don't waste it when you're at home. So what I like to do is put a pattern, like a texture pattern down, and then a kind of a pattern, you know, a detail pattern.
Yeah.
So I'm going to use that detail pattern, but I'm thinking of the texture one. Now, there's a set of stencils, and it's this one here. They might still be in the box. And it's got like Hessian and like a plaid or a tartany type one. And actually, that reminds me. Doesn't that remind you of like an old like picnic rug kind of thing?
Oh yes, yeah, I can see that now you've said it.
Yes, we've got to do that, haven't we? It's got to be done.
Oh yeah, it matches perfectly,
Yeah,
doesn't it, with the
that
image?
was just thought of that when I saw it, and I saw the little tea tree and everything. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is we're going to use a fairly damp piece of kitchen paper, and I'm just going to go through and stencil by removing the colour. It's, I don't really want to spend too much time on the diagonal things, but can you see how it's going to virtually just white now?
So quickly as well, isn't it? It's practically instant. Amazing.
It's cool, isn't it?
Yeah, I have to say I love this technique. I think it's absolutely fabulous.
Yeah, I mean, it really is just lifting so much of the colour. So we were talking earlier how if you want it to look like it's all crumpled like kind of cloth or something, you can literally just scrunch up your bit of paper and dab onto the squares with that, and you'll get a really cool texture with that too.
Oh wow.
So see what we've got there. I don't want to spend too much. Yeah, we've really just got the squares on there. Not sure if I like it, Lily.
Do you know what I think I do? I think when we've added more to it, I think I love it.
I think we need to go a bit more on the detail, putting some colour in. I'm tempted to ink over that again. Yeah, I'm going to do it. Look, because you can. But this is what happens in real life. You do something, and then if you don't like it, this is how you fix it. You just go, right, okay. And then by the time we're finished, you'll not even know what happened. You might see a bit of a shadow thing in there.
That could look quite cool, actually.
Well, the thing is, that's what we're going to do with some layering. And so that one doesn't fall bleach very well, but that's good to know. We can put the colour back in with that one. But for bleaching out, it's too regular a shape with the square. So in order for it to look good, you'd have to have it really sharp.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and you'd have to also stencil through those other bits so that it doesn't just look like random squares. So we'll see how we've got rid of that now. We'll put that back. We can put a bit of this colour over the top for a little bit of variation again. And if you do see that little bit of a shadow square in there, I'm fine with that. We can live with that. Right,
I think so.
Cool. There you are. Reset. Nothing to see.
Absolutely. That's
Nothing happened here.
Just about playing, you know, give things a go. If it doesn't work out like Sheena's just shown us, just ink over the top and start again. There's no such thing as a mistake. Just trying things out and having a play is where all the fun is, let's be honest.
You know what, I'm not even going to use that one. I'm still thinking, Lily, talk amongst yourselves. I'm still looking for the one I want to use. I'm going to use that one for sure. Or was it this one?
Sure,
Definitely going to use this one. And texture-wise, let's try the dots instead. Let's do a little bit of the faux bleaching with the dots. And again, I don't want to take that much out. And the thing is with the dots, I can make it a little bit more ethereal and less uniform. Okay? So I'm just going to go over, and the thing is, when I'm doing this, if I just dab, I'm getting the texture of the paper. If I want to be more precise, I can be more precise, and I'll take away all that colour again. It'll have a sharper edge to the circles, but I quite like the ethereal kind of look where it isn't all the same level of light. Yeah?
Oh yeah, like that.
Yeah, I like that better. It just gives it a little bit more texture going on. And then we'll put the other over the top. In fact,
choices.
I'm thinking again. I think what we should do is use the sprays over the top of this as well.
Oh, yes.
And I've just thought we're going to lose all this texture when we do that, Lily. But that's okay, because they've shown you stages and things that you can do. Absolutely. So you might think, right, I like that. I'm going to stick with that. Just want a little bit of that subtle bokeh kind of effect, you know, where it's just a hint to, a nod to, and just a little bit of that reaction going on with the duets to give it that And I think that's really pretty.
Yeah,
You
I
could
love that.
leave it at that. It looks very
Beautiful.
kind of like hazy summer day.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
But because we've got them here,
I'm just
I think
thinking
we
if
should
any of you
use
guys
it.
at home have got your Bohemian collection, that would work a treat with that background. Create your own backgrounds. I know we've not got the paper pad in stock anymore, but make your own papers and have lots of fun. I think the colourways would work an absolute treat if you do have that collection already.
Ooh, nice. Right,
Oh,
Lily,
what colours are we
we're
going for?
I'm going for Firelight Sparkle.
Oh, look at that red, wow.
I'm going for a bit of the Gold Dust and Golden Sunflower. So I'm going to start with Gold Dust because that's the palest of the lot. In fact, you know what? I'm going to remove that because I did that earlier and I managed to spritz.
We've all been there.
Yeah. So by using it from a higher kind of level, you're going to cover more of an area, unfortunately, but you get more of an even diffused kind of coverage. So if you want it, and also commit to the spray, pump it down quickly.
Yeah.
If you do it lightly and as if you're a little bit scared of it, it's more likely to splodge.
Okay.
Okay.
Great tip, yeah. Oh, wow.
Nice.
Loving this.
So I don't want it all in the same place. I want some areas where it's lighter and some areas where it's darker. And then this one is going to look more, oh, look at that.
Oh,
Right,
I like
so
that.
if,
Yes.
yeah, that has, you see, we have got a little bit scared of it.
Yeah.
But fear not, Lily, because we have the power of the
Old
sponge.
sponge, yes.
So now, if you do that and you think, oh, I wanted it blended in a little bit more, don't wet the sponge, just use the sponge as it is,
Yeah.
and just dab over the surface and let it do its own thing, okay?
Look at that. Oh my gosh, it looks amazing. And you can still see a few of those dots in the background.
Yeah, you've still
just a
got
little
that
bit of something.
ethereal kind of pretty shadow thing going on. So I'm going to wipe this up. What I'm going to do, Lily, I'm going to dry this, then we'll regroup and we'll put another layer on top.
Oh yes, let's do it.
Okay.
Absolutely fantastic. Wowzers. Now, if you guys are looking at that and thinking, do you know what? I need to get myself some of those incredible Duet ink pads. Well, we have got the deal for you today. It's our pick of the day, which means, of course, you're getting double points as part of this amazing offer. You're getting 11 different ink pads from that Duet range as part of this collection. Your Platinum Club price is £47.19 or $70.79. But I'd like to take you through a few more different sorts of techniques that you can be doing if you get these ink pads home. Of course, Sheena has been showing us lots of amazing backgrounds that we can be creating, but how about having a look at some more of these backgrounds that you can be popping together when you get those incredible ink pads home. Absolutely amazing. You could be using it onto your watercolour card, you could be spritzing. I mean, look at that, almost like the faux bleaching oxidizer effects you're getting. Love that one. How cool does that look? Looks absolutely incredible. So that's using your bubble wrap for that one to create a print. Absolutely love that one. And then how about using your stencils? So a similar technique to what Sheena has just showed there, lifting the ink away from your inked background using your stencils. Of course, these are absolutely brilliant for layering, so you can be creating your inky backgrounds and then using the same Duet ink pads to actually ink through over the top with your stencils. Love that. How funky does that look? Looks super, super cool with some more of your stencils. How about spritzing through the stencil and then lifting some more of the colour away? Honestly, there's so many different techniques you can do with these. Using gesso underneath, just like Sheena has shown us there, to get us that lovely, softer result. Look at that. I mean, that's just absolutely beautiful. Bringing in your stamps and some of your colouring as well. Love that one. Such beautiful colourways with that one. Again, similar sort of thing. Heat embossing that time though. Don't forget you can heat emboss with these ink pads as well, which is absolutely fabulous. You can stamp with them as well as heat emboss. Look at that onto black card. So not just onto your pale colours of card, onto your black card as well. Changes that look completely. Wow, so your spritzing and your dripping technique we've got there, doesn't that look so arty? Looks absolutely amazing. All these techniques and so much more possible when you've got your amazing duet ink pads home. That collection of 11 in the Platinum Club, you're looking at £47.19 or $70.79. If you've not got these already, honestly, you will love playing with these. And I think playing is sort of the key word when it comes to these. Just have an experiment, have a go and see all the different sorts of techniques you can actually use with these. Bring out some of the perhaps older things you've got in your crafty stash, maybe stencils and stamps that you've not used in a long time. Sort of allow these ink pads to rejuvenate those items that maybe you've not crafted with for a little bit, and just give them that brand new lease of life. Of course, we've got even more inspiration coming when it comes to these incredible ink pads though. So Sheena's all dried a background already, and I think it's time to add a few more layers. Excited to see how this starts to come together.
Yeah, so this looks really, the thing is, it's so hard for you to see how amazing it looks on screen. I was going to say in the flesh, but in the card, yeah. It looks stunning because the reflection is just amazing. But it's not just reflection, you've got little pitted areas of the lemon that show through here. Then you've got that gorgeous fiery colour that goes through. Then you've got the dots, and with that lovely base, that blended base, it just looks so pretty. But what we're going to do is we're going to push that back a little bit by using this swirl, and we're going to use the water reactive on top of that now, Lily.
Okay.
Because you can. So I'm going to use just an applicator tool. Yeah. Now, when you stencil on top of anything that you put mica on, you're never going to get it as dark as it would have been on plain card. Yeah. Because mica is a mineral, and they used to put it in paints to harden paint. Okay. That was its like industrial use. Yeah. But it also kind of repels a dye ink. The ink doesn't stick to it like it does a bare card. Yeah. But that's good because I don't want it to be as dark as it would be if it was just on card. I want it to look still shimmery, and that's a good thing. You'll still see the shine coming through, even though you put the black over the top. Perfect. It's really clever. It still blings through there.
What colour ink pad is it that you're using?
I'm using the water reactive, just the jet black. Oh, perfect. So either of the blacks will do. Yeah. Whichever one you've got is going to work fine. And then you've got that really pretty. Oh, wow.
Isn't amazing. That pretty? Love that. And so, yeah, you're right. I wouldn't have thought that was a black ink pad actually.
No, it doesn't look it, does it? Wow. So what I might do is I'm gonna try and just, it doesn't matter where it's going to overlap or join a little bit, but you can just kind of fade it out a little bit. And I'm just going to continue like this over the whole thing, and then we'll see how it matches up with that topper we did. So by using the colour, look at the colour you used in the topper, then pick those colours out for your background, but kind of push them back a little bit, like I have with the black. Yeah. It means everything's going to coordinate and blend in perfectly, as if you had bought your papers to match in a kit kind of thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's like you're buying a kit of toppers and papers all matched already.
Exactly.
And if you've never created your own backgrounds before, and perhaps you're used to the way of working where you'll colour your stamped image and then you'll pick out your pattern papers, same sort of thought process. Colour that image, but then pick out those colourways when you're creating your own ink backgrounds. It's the same sort of idea. So if you are used to doing it the opposite way with your papers, then you'll find this a very sort of easy technique to experiment with. But how amazing does that look? And I think by using the black on the background to go alongside that pencil coloured image, I think it will look absolutely fantastic. Really love this technique. Wow.
I think that just looks so nice. You wouldn't think there was a join there actually, would you?
No, I was looking on the monitor trying to see it actually. I can't spot it.
Lily, I have no idea. I probably could never not do that again.
No,
but
one would wonder.
Whoa!
I can't see it. I genuinely looking on the monitor, I cannot see it.
What? For my next trick.
I know, the magician clearly. Wow.
What I am going to do is what I said earlier. I like a vignette, Lily. Oh yeah. Because a vignette draws your eye to. It finishes off the card. I think it makes it look less like it's just something that's just been cut up, or you know, it just draws your eye to the centre and makes the light bits look lighter by making the other bits look a little bit darker. Don't go too far in with the black. But can you see how it's not black? It's just kind of like a grey, smoky overlay. Yeah. And you're absolutely seeing all the mica shine through. Where the ink is gone, you still see all that bling from the sprays come through. I'll see if I can show you that on the screen, but if you look on this corner.
Oh yes, there
See?
we go. Wow. You wouldn't have thought that's a black ink over the top, you really wouldn't.
How cool is that?
Incredible.
All still there.
Can see all that shimmer and shine. Those sprays
Yeah.
are amazing, aren't they?
It is so shimmery and shiny, and it
Love
actually
it.
shows up more on that. So I'm gonna wipe this down again. There's a lot of wiping down with these. You know what? It's I just can't be neat and tidy if I try, can I? But
Oh,
we'll
it's all
wipe.
part of the fun.
Yeah. What can I say? So we'll pop that there. We'll stick this to this background. We'll put our card together, see what it looks like.
Ooh,
and then when we've done that one, we'll have a look and see if we can on to the next.
Absolutely, yeah. Lots more inspiration coming up, but of course, you're going to need to get your brand new stamps from Sheena. We've got that showstopper collection that you'll see over on the website. Not only are you getting those brand new sets of stamps, those 3 sets of stamps included, but you're also going to be getting your multi-purpose card, 60 sheets of that, and also your stamp cleaning solution as well. Incredible, over 15% saving for a brand new launch. First time we've ever shown you these stamps here on Crafters TV, and you can see the sorts of amazing results that you can get with these. So much fun colouring with these. Doesn't matter what sort of colour and medium you like to work with, you will have so much fun working with these, but brand new on these, never seen before. And don't forget as well, double points as it's part of our summer news event.
Right, so I'm nearly done with this. We'll just stick this together, see how it's looking, and then have a little tidy up. How about that?
Yeah,
Oh, come on.
good.
Oh, run out.
we're at the
Okay.
end.
Oh, no.
When you see that,
Don't
the
worry,
dreaded
there's about
silver at
50
the
more
end.
here.
Good
We're
job
good.
we restocked.
There you go.
We do love a good tape pen here at Crafters TV, that is for sure. We get through an awful lot of those, there's no doubt about that one.
I love them. I'm
I
lost
do.
without them. That's my favourite way of sticking anything. Because if it's glue, I'm just messy, Lily.
Yeah.
As we know. So that's there. Now this is, do you want to put it on an angle?
Oh,
and
choices.
then you can put your greeting on there. We'll not put the greeting because you know how that goes. So you can have it at a jaunty angle.
Yeah.
Or you can have it...
Oh, I think straight. Nicola thinks straight, George thinks jaunty.
You
What does
somehow
Sheena
see
think
more
now?
of the background when it's straight,
That's what
don't
I was
you?
thinking, yeah.
And I'm thinking maybe the greeting could go
Yeah.
along there when it comes to that point.
Yeah, yeah. I think George has been overruled
He's
by
been
the sounds of
over,
it.
yeah, bless
Yeah,
him.
let's
Right.
overrule him.
Okay, we'll stick
Straight
that there.
it
We'll pop that there. And then that's the first one. And hopefully that's giving you some inspiration. The idea with these stamps, Lily, is that they're kind of like, they're telling you something, they're saying something. Like, for example, you know, we need to talk. Let's catch up. Let's meet up and have some
Yes.
lunch. Let's,
Yeah,
you know, because I think there's times I need a card. I need cards like that.
Yeah, definitely.
Where, you know, talking and texting is one thing on the phone, but you can't be getting together, can you, with your
No,
friends
no,
and
nothing
having a
beats
meet
it.
up. So that's the first one. I love that backing paper. I would buy that backing paper as it is.
Absolutely, yeah.
If that was on a pad, put me down for it, thank you.
Yeah, I've
Ring
a
it
few of
up.
those.
Cha-ching.
Yeah, absolutely. But the most satisfying thing is you created that yourself. You've started off with a blank piece of cardstock. You've built up the layers using your duet ink pads, and of course bringing in those incredible stamps for that topper. It looks absolutely incredible. That's just one of the ideas that you can be doing when you get these brand new stamps home. Don't forget, as part of that showstopper that we're bringing you here today at Crafters TV, you're getting those brand new 3 sets of stamps with your 3 different images on there, your focal images and your sentiments included as well, all hand drawn by Sheena. You've got that incredible detail within each and every single one of those designs. Such a pleasure to colour. And then as part of that showstopper, we're also bringing you 60 sheets of your multi-purpose cardstock. Your stamp cleaning solution as well is included as part of that bundle. Now, a lot of you guys are loving this launch. We're going to give you a second just to check out those baskets to make sure that you've secured your purchase. But you're going to have a little bit of a shop around the website. Maybe you missed out on Monday and Tuesday's launches. Have a little look as to what launched on Monday and Tuesday. Maybe you're going to be treating yourself to those amazing shimmer sprays. And while you check out those baskets, I'm going to teach you a little bit more about Club Inspire. See you in a minute.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every pound, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
If you love Crafters TV, we've made it easy for you to watch us wherever you are. Whether you catch us on your tablets or take us with you on your mobile phone, it's easy to watch us anywhere. From here to here. Maybe don't watch us here. It would be easy to watch us here. Probably the easiest place to watch us is here. Crafters TV, with you wherever you are.
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows a week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
Are we in trouble or are we all right?
Yeah.
Should be coming in. Should be coming.
What does she do?
Exactly
What
how
does she do?
he looks.
This is awesome! This is awesome!
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on Catch Up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
And I watch you every day, and it's just what really gets you through when you're really at rock bottom.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV, create every day.
We get to know people from places and walks of life that we wouldn't come across in our everyday life if it wasn't for Crafters TV and doing what we do.
I got so many lovely comments from people when I started doing the presenting, and it was just really such a lovely feeling. And it's nice that people keep messaging in. You know, we see the same people, and we know you can build up that kind of relationship with those people. So it's just the fact that people like what we do and they're pleased. And I do love it when people send us photographs of the items that they've made.
We talk about customers, but really they go in as a customer, come out as a friend. The support that I get is amazing. The messages I get are amazing.
Me personally, it is personal interaction. I've never had the best of health. I've always been open about that with our viewers at Crafters TV. So many people are in the same situation as me health-wise. Other people have got a completely different health issues. They understand and they relate to what I'm going through, what others are going through. So whether we interact on a crafting basis or whether we interact on a health basis, a personal basis, we're all there to support one another. It is incredible.
The reaction of viewers when they come to meet us is worth all of the early mornings when we have to get up for our early morning shows.
Some of the customers come on as craft ambassadors and things like that, craft along with us, and being able to actually chat with them on air. I love it. I really love that connection with them.
We've had lots of shows where we've done like craft alongs, especially where we've had viewers craft along with us. We had a particular viewer, Joy, who joined us once before, and she literally made me cry on air, and Joe, because the things she said about us, it really was quite humbling that there are people out there that watch us and invite us into their living rooms and really treat us like family.
Welcome
welcome back. We've done a magic trick. Here I am again. I'm like Eminem. Guess who's back? Back for good. Back again. Is it not back for good? That's a different song. That might have been Boyzone or someone like that. Anyway, thank you very much, Lily, for standing in. We really appreciate it. I'm sure you've had a glorious first hour with Sheena. I'm back like Eminem, and we're going to have a look at the stamps again. So this is our new news event, if you're just joining us this hour. And for summer, we've got some fabulous summer news for you. A new launch every day this week. This is our third brand new launch in the week with these fabulous stamps from Sheena. And in this event, you're going to get double points on everything you buy. And of course, if you spend £10, €10, €10, $10, you're going to get this fabulous free gift stamp and die set from our Country Garden collection, which is that lovely country window stamp and die. So immediately you buy this fabulous collection from Sheena, you're getting that free of charge. So the three stamps you've just seen, we've got the beautiful gramophone, there they are again. You've got the gramophone, you've got that fabulous tea set, and you've got your telephone hall table, which might actually be my favourite rather than the tea set. I'm in and out, Sheena. I'm in and out with the two.
The phone's for me. The phone, loving the phone.
The phone for you?
Yeah, the phone.
Yeah. But not only those, I mean, that £28 or $32 would be fine for that. But oh no, we're giving you 60 sheets of white multi-purpose card to go along with those, because it's perfect for all of the different techniques you're going to want to use them with. And we're giving you a bottle of our stamp cleaner, because we figure if you bought it back in October when we launched it with the cleaning station, you're about ready for a top up now. So you're getting that, your 3 stamps and your 60 sheets of cardstock for £28 or $32 platinum price, which is a phenomenal deal today. I'm sure you agree. Now, I must just give you a little look at some of the things that you can create. Sheena's team, they're exceptional, Sheena.
Oh, they're amazing. The ink cards are fantastic. If you want to see all of these cards, I should say, Leanne, join the inkette. And it's not like a promo inkette. It's the fact that every card you see, every card from the other collections we've brought you in the past few weeks, 3 months, years, they're all there. So when you get your collection, and maybe you're looking at them again next year and you think, oh, what do I do with them again? There's galleries, there's folders with all the cards, the team cards makes in there. So if you want to ask Karen how did she do that one, or you want to ask Julie, or you want to ask Lisa or Sharon or Debbie or Pamela, any of the cards that have been made, those guys are there. That's what they're there for. They want to tell you. They want to help you.
And that's the inkette.
And that's the inkette. Sheena's inkette.
Sheena's
inkette.
Leanne.
Yeah.
And I do think it's a great idea to go and join that group, because as Sheena said, there's no promotion or sale in there. It's pure help, support, guidance, and a community for the love of Sheena's products. So it's definitely
absolutely
the place to be if you love anything that Sheena does, to get all of that fabulous help and advice. Now then, Sheena, are you ready for another demo?
I am. Do you want to see what we did earlier?
I can't wait.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, we did this one. You know the pencil one we did first
Yes.
thing? Well, I did it with the tea set, and I think it works.
Oh, I think it
might
a bit
even be better.
I like it better.
It looks cool, doesn't
Did you
it?
do that background as well?
Yes. The background, look at that.
Has
with
it got
the
some
sprays.
shimmer in?
Yeah.
Oh.
I would buy that background. I was just saying, if that was a paper in a collection, the colours. So what I did, so just so
do you know what? Can I also just make an
join in.
observation?
Sorry?
It's pineapple upside down colours, your background.
Yes, exactly what I did. The spot colours were in there, so because I used the same colouring product as in the duets for the spot colour, I knew I could use those same colours for the background. Everything ties in, thank you very much.
Beautiful.
Job's a good one.
Absolutely beautiful.
Cool, isn't it? And then you can put your greeting down here, a little bit of ribbon or whatever, a little button, anything you want. But I think it's nice to show some of that paper because it's too nice to have.
That literally looks like a wallpaper in a sitting room, and then you've got your little tea tray there. It just all ties in beautifully.
Exactly, because it's kind of like you're telling a story. The first thing I like to say when you get a stamp is read the stamp. have a look at the stamp. Before you start to play with it, look at it and think, is it a cutesy stamp? Is it a caricature? Is it a stylized stamp? Is it a realistic? If it's one of mine, it's more likely to be more realistic drawing. And what's the kind of the story? Look at the fonts that the designers put with it, and that'll give you an idea on keeping the style kind of correct to go with it. Does that make sense, Leann?
100% it does, absolutely. And I know you taught me that years ago as well, and that has helped me. I know I talk on Academy of Colour when we're putting colour down, I always say, make your map of colour first.
Yes.
Because you're deciding where that's going to go. Don't worry about it being perfect the second you do it. Just get some thoughts down on the stamp. And it was you who actually taught me that all those years ago, Sheena. Yeah. So she knows what she's talking about, this there, Sheena Douglass. She does.
Not maths, maths, I'm not your woman. But colouring in, I'm more for colouring in. So what I've got, I thought we'd do the phone, Leann. And we'll, so I've got some of that multi-purpose card down again. I've got it on the repositionable stamping platform here. And I'm going to use that, I'm going to go again, drama. I think I'm still going to stick with that, waterproof, yes, that's the one I want, the waterproof ink. I've got all of the ink pads out here, well not all of them, but all of the stamping ones, and I just wanted to make sure I picked up the right one. So the waterproof, because I'm going to colour this in a watercolour fashion using the duets, and then we'll probably go over with the sprays and paint that on. We might even do a bit of the pencils. I was going to do that earlier, and we never actually got around to that because we started playing with other things, like you do.
Like you do. It's what we do at home.
Absolutely.
I start off with one idea and I end up, like I start off, I'm going to France and I end up in Africa.
It's the same when you're designing, Leann. We have that, you know what it's like. We'll have these discussions and then I'll go, oh, Leann, this will look even better. Because you go on a tangent and something looks stronger. Yes. You start it and you go, that was good, but I think this will be even better.
Yes.
We just had that talk at lunchtime.
We did. We had it at lunchtime about a different product.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm going to pop that there out of the way.
And can I just say, be very excited about that there product that we discussed at lunchtime.
Sorry?
That's going to be phenomenal.
It's cool, isn't it? I thought you'd like that. Yeah, I thought you'd like it. I'm pleased, yeah. And it's something that I've been playing with and I love, so I think other people will. Right, so we've got that really, look at how clean. Now, this is another thing to note. If you saw me stamping this morning with these brand new stamps, the images weren't as clean and crisp. I had to go over them a second time. That's just a new stamp. Photopolymer are really super sticky when they're first new. So you've got to kind of get them dirtied up a little bit for them to stamp well. And that was just one first impression and quick inking, and it's clean as anything, so we're good to go. Next thing, as Leann said, a good thing is get a bit of scrap paper. Always have bits of scrap paper at hand if you can, because what you want to do is pick out your colours before you start. Try some colour schemes before you get going. So think about that phone. I think I want to do that phone kind of, well, I know I'm going to have greenery in here for the, I'm not going to use the brushes for this one, so I'm going to use greenery for sure for the plants, okay? And I know I'm going to have a wood kind of colour, which we'll come to in a minute, but the phone, I want to have it a cool colour. You can have any colour you want, but I quite like that bluey colour, that either the teal colour, or we could mix it. Let's mix that with the green and we'll get more of the colour that back in the day it was. We'll do that and pop that there, and then we can, so the desk, we'll come to that in a minute. That little pot there, we can make that, let's make that light red, yeah. All right, so we've got enough colours out to start with. Let's start with the phone, because I said we were going to mix one, didn't we? So let's make Awakening Forest. So I'm just going to splodge some colour out like this onto my surface. Now this could be an old dinner plate, it could be a piece of white card with a bit of acetate over the top, if that's just so that you can see the colour that you're mixing. A brown mat's not your best way to go, because you won't actually see the colour on a brown like blending sheet. So what I'm doing here is I'm mixing the colour and saying, do I want more green there, do I want more blue in there? I think a mixture of the two. So let's just splodge these two together like that. That's the technical term, splodge. We may even smoosh. Yeah. So we'll pop that there. So I'm going to paint this on the darkest area like this. Now this is just the flat colour. We're not thinking too much of shading. will to a degree. For example, on this top bit here, that the light is going to be on the top of this bit here, so it's going to be lighter than anywhere else on this phone, that top handle bit, yeah? So by just putting a really dilute version on there, it's starting to give this a little bit of a contour. Can you see? So a little bit darker, and then just blend it in. This here is probably going to be a bit darker. We can darken that, and then round like that. So already, by looking at bigger areas, we're chunking up and making it make more sense in a 3D world. We'll paint a little bit of a darker, but not quite as dark as that side there, and then a lighter wash on the top, because again the light's going to be hitting this top bit. But see how well these paint on and how little I'm using. They work so well. We'll put a darker version underneath here, because that's going to be in shadow. Now, so to emphasize this, to really contour this even more, what we can do, a couple of things. We can go over with that pencil again. There's nothing to stop us doing that approach again, to darken and make it look more 3D in places. Or we can use a black water reactive ink pad, Leann, and that'll do the same thing for us. So I'm just going to put a very pale, because this used to be like a clear plastic, didn't it?
Yes.
You still see the colour through it,
yes,
but not as, it would reflect in a bit of light, so you wouldn't see the colour as strongly as you would through the rest of the phone.
Can I ask you a quick question for Rosalind, please,
yes,
Sheena? Rosalind says, how long are you letting the stamped image dry before colouring?
I'm not waiting. It dries virtually immediately. That is such a quick drying ink pad. It's fabulous.
And that's finesse waterproof?
Yes. Dries so quickly.
You can stamp it and half a second later pour a jug of water on it, it won't move.
There you go, see, I believe it. And that's really important, because especially if you do watercolours and things, you know, you need that. You don't want to it dragging into your colour, because it'll just ruins it. So we've got that there, that colour there. Let's do some of these leaves as well. Let's go, seeing as we've got that other green out there. So the ivy, you could make the ivy a little bit of a variegated type ivy. So we'll splodge some of that sunrise glow there as well. So let's see what that's going to look like. If we use some of this and we pop it around the outside of the leaves like that, see, just around the outside. Like that. And then we'll pick up some of the green and pop that in the centre. And you've got yourself a nice look makes it look a little bit more interesting than just an ivy leaf. Now you've got that variegated kind of ivy look. If you've got more than one green on a project, you may as well try and mix them up. So you know, it makes it more interesting. You don't want the ivy the same green as this plant's going to be there. We'll do that one a bit more of a bluey green. So by making this one a bit more yellowy, it gives them you know, enough difference to be interesting.
I'm already in love with it before we've even gotten very far, I have to say. Absolutely stunning. I love these stamps, I really do. I just think that they've got a time gone by, an elegance, a nostalgic feel to them, which it warms your heart when you're working with them. It just gives you a lovely warm feeling. It also means that they're very appropriate right across the board, no matter who you're sending it to. And actually, for the gramophone and for this telephone one, feminine or masculine.
Absolutely, and that's not easy to get, both. I think if you're of a certain age, they just make you smile, because you remember that stuff, and you know, it's you don't see these phones anymore, and they've got a charm. I love retro, modern. Sounds weird, but you know, like in the 60s, 50s, 60s, I love all that stuff. I think it's fabulous, definitely, right up my street. So I'm just putting a little bit more of this darker area, just to give this ivy a little bit more contrast in places, so that bits of it are standing out a bit more. But see, it's just all those ink pads. Just so if you're thinking, when you know, well, I haven't got all these colouring products, I haven't got this, you don't necessarily need everything all at once. Use what you've got to colour in with, because like Leann said, she'll have shown you loads of ways to do backgrounds and cool things with this, but you may not have seen colouring in with them like this, but you can.
You can, absolutely you can.
Yeah.
And I think the other good thing I would like to say to everybody is at home, Sheena has a talent for drawing a stamp, knowing that you're going to colour it, and making sure that the shading there's an insinuation of where you need to put your shade already there for you, so you don't even have to work that out for yourself, but also leaving the spaces where you need to add the colour free so that you can add that colour. You've got that insinuation of shading, and so actually you could be a complete novice, lay down some flat colour on this and it will look exceptional.
Absolutely, thanks Leann, and that's exactly what I've tried to do. It's drawing as an artist who isn't a crafter, isn't a stamper. They don't know what to leave out and how much to put in, and I think that's why I'm pleased I did a lot of stamping before I started designing. I know I've drawn all my life. You have to do that first, I think, to be able to do the other bit as effectively. What colour were those wires? Can you remember? Were they like a beige colour?
The wire was like a beige. Well, actually, the wire matched the body of the phone.
Did it? Right.
My mum had a cream phone, and it had a cream wire, but my grandma had the slate blue phone. Can you remember the slate blue one?
Yes. Yeah.
And she had a slate blue wire.
Right, well,
so
that's great.
I think the wire matched the colour of the phone.
Thank you. I'm going with that. That is the right answer, because I had that handy. So that solved that one perfectly. So can you see how you've got all these shades? That I wanted that to look kind of terracotta-y, but we didn't have a terracotta colour, but we've got colours that we can mix with that. Let's do that again, and I'll show you what I did to get that. We'll make this one.
Absolutely. Rachel Gillam says that ivy looks fantastic.
Oh, thank you. Cheers.
I agree with Rachel. Denise says, question, which ink pads is Sheena using?
I'm using the duets. Yep, think of Zig and Zag, the duet of Zig, that is Zig and Zag. Think of Donny and Marie.
Donny and Marie.
Yeah.
Oh, Paper Roses.
Paper Roses, yeah.
I also like White Horses.
Yeah, all that.
Crazy Horses.
What was that?
Crazy Horses.
Crazy Horses. Oh,
that's it.
I was with you,
Leann. Denise, I think, who's saying this? Oh, now, who's in socials? Somebody is saying to me, I think it's Rachel, my in-laws still have a rotary phone at their house.
Wow, cool.
I think that's nice. I think some of the old's being made new again, isn't it, Sheena?
Yes, it is.
And actually, I would like a hall table with a Tiffany style, because I can't afford the real thing, Tiffany style lamp with a rotary phone underneath and a little ivy plant hanging down.
Nice.
And one of those, can you remember those? It was flat, and you pushed the button to the letter and pressed it, and it popped up, and all of your C's, the names and phone numbers were there.
Oh, yes, I do. Mum had one of those.
Like a fancy phone book. You had a sliding dial.
Yeah.
You pushed it to the letter, pressed the button, and went boing, and then all of your C's or D's or whatever you'd got were just there, like a Rolodex book.
Yes,
flat.
that's right. And you had a phone table as well, didn't you, in the hallway?
Everybody had a phone table.
Yeah.
My grandma was fancy. She had a phone table with a seat.
Yeah. Phone table. God, when you think how things have changed, isn't it? So you can see how I'm getting on there with this. We need this green, another green mix for this plant. So we've got greens here. You can mix your own greens. You can mix a new green if you want to put a bit of blue and a yellow and get a whole new green. So we'll pop that one there.
Beautiful, Sheena.
Mix that one with that.
We've got lots of people sending us in what colour their telephone was. Crafty Angie had an avocado telephone.
Oh yeah, definitely. That would have been my mum's as well.
First house I ever bought, I had an avocado bathroom.
Oh yes,
that
definitely.
Was glorious, with a shell-shaped sink.
Wow, bit posh. Yeah, in the day that was it, wasn't it?
Back in the day, that was the thing. That got took out for a white one pretty quickly.
Yeah.
But they're coming back. All the coloured bathroom suites are coming back, Sheena.
Are they?
Yes, all the pink and the champagne and the shell-shaped sinks.
Wow.
They're all starting to be, like I say, the old comes new again. Linda Armstead, she had a green phone. And Beth Valone she's got a note to herself and a note to all of you at home. Beth says, I need to order Sheena's releases when they first come out because I've hesitated and missed out before.
Yeah.
I agree, Beth. Yes, you do.
Thank you.
Oh, what's that on the end of my little box? Is that a spaceship? Oh, that's the first time I've noticed it. I mean, that's how observant I am. Look at that. It's like Mork and Mindy. Can you see the little spaceship in the baby box?
Oh, hey, the home planet's coming back for us, Leanne.
It is.
The mothership's here.
That's what that is.
That's us off.
It's come back. It's like, you shall now come home.
Yeah, really.
Right, so Crafty Anderson, Leanne, why is the watercolour moving so well on multi-purpose card? Is it the Duet ink pads? I think, and Sheena, please correct me if I'm wrong, it's because Sheena hasn't put the Duet direct to the multi-purpose card.
That's right.
You've got it on a palette and you're picking it with a damp brush and then you're painting it on.
Absolutely, that makes a huge difference. Don't go straight on with the ink. Do what I'm doing and use it like dilute and build it up like that. Yeah. That's exactly, Leanne is spot on. That is exactly why it is doing that. It's just much easier. And those brushes, the Royal and Langnickel brushes, are great for that too. So everything you need is here, guys. You know, the thing is that's the beauty of Crafter's Companion. There's nothing that you have to go and seek and search and think, well, I'll never get that because what you're using then, what's that? It's all here for you, and also all here with the instructions. So, you know, it's so can you see how we've got that going then?
Gorgeous.
So what we'll do is we'll mix that. So all I've done is mix a brown by really mixing the mostly orange and that purpley, bluey kind of colour together. And just think of, like we said earlier, crossing on your colour wheel. If you imagine crossing the streams, that's what you'll get. You know, if you mix and mix and mix, you usually end up with brown eventually. You go, no, don't went one step too far. So what I need to do now is I've got enough colour on there, but I need some shadow. It needs, you know, when I was saying about tonally flat.
Yes.
So this is where, when you've coloured in, you think, I've got all that colour on there. You put it on your fireplace, or whatever you put your viewing area is, and you put the shelves or something in the living room, and you stand back, and it kind of disappears. You can't see any definition from one thing to the next. And it's not, you should have gone Specsavers. It's basically because you haven't got enough light and dark tonally.
Yes.
So if you change that, if you took a picture of it on your phone, there's another thing you can do. Change it to black and white, and if it looks flat and there's only there's medium greys, there's no black and no white in there, or close to, you need to up the contrast.
Right.
That's
I love that idea. I didn't know about that. I mean, I do the squinty eye thing you taught us.
Yes.
You know, when you hold it away and you squint.
That's right. Now I just take my glasses off.
Well, that's what I need to do now. Back 15 years ago, I could squint at it. Now, you're right to take the glasses off. So I do the squinty eye thing, but I didn't know about the black and white photograph thing.
Yeah.
That's a little bit exciting.
Yeah.
I'm going to try that at the weekend. Yeah.
It's a good thing to do, to try out. And so what I'm doing now, Leanne, is I'm using this black. So these are things that you've got, you know, there. It's nothing fancy schmancy here that you have to go and look for or buy. Chances are you're gonna have a water reactive ink pad, I would imagine, yeah? Mm-hmm. So all I'm doing now is getting really much more dramatic on the shadow, because your duets will only go so dark.
Yes.
Yep. So that's where you now need to go. Right.
I'm in awe of that, Sheena.
The big guns in, and get some shadow going on. So then it looks like it's really more. This could go darker here again. So where you've got the code, see, you can even go, and you've got the shadow of the the other bit there, and on there you want a bit dark. So if you look, I've got some lines there to remind you. I've gone over a little bit there, so let's extend that bit out a touch so that it looks a bit, ties it in. But and that's it. This is where you can now use your black if you want to contour a bit more, even on the other bits. Just a little bit more shading under there. It makes that look more 3D. On here, on the edge of this here, you can pop a little bit there. be brave with it. Don't shy. We put it on there, and you know what? If it's a little bit too dark, well, it's just a bit of card. And you know, next time, don't go quite as dark. You were a little bit heavy-handed there, but it's surprising how dark you can go to make it look right and cool. So by putting that wash on that side now, can you see how much more 3D that phone's looking?
I'm in awe. I'm just standing here mesmerised. I feel like I've got a personal art class happening right in front of me. And you know, when you're putting on those dark colours, that can be very scary, can't it?
Yes, definitely.
It looks pretty because you've got your colours right, and then someone says throw a load of black at it. It could be a bit scary if you couldn't see it happening in front of your own eyes.
Absolutely fair comment, Leanne, definitely. Which is why it's nice to be able to do this in real time. Talking's one thing, but showing is, a picture is worth 1,000 words, isn't it? And that's, and a product's only as good as you know what to do with it. So if you then have got the confidence to know what you're doing with this when you get yours home, then that's it, job done. Job's a good one. I think we've coloured in as much as we need to colour in there, so we can trim that down, and we'll make a cool background, shall we?
Should we again?
Yeah.
Should we just have a little, would you like a little minute?
Yes, if I could.
No problem.
Yeah,
Let's
please.
have a look. What should we look at? We're looking at ink pads, we're looking at shimmer, we're looking at the stamps. Shimmer sprays. Now, we're going, I'm hoping Sheena's going to use some shimmer in our next background demonstration. I think we could twist our leg a little bit. Because they are beautiful, aren't they?
Oh, don't need much twisting.
You don't need much twisting. I'm going to get you a set, Sheena.
Yeah,
see if it
they're all
gets
good with that one.
These are exceptional. Now, what you've got in here is a mica to give that shimmer, and a mica is a naturally occurring substance. It's a mineral. It's not man-made like glitter, and it's a solid, so it's usually a rock or a crystal, something like that, that's ground into a powder, and that's why you get this intense refraction of the light and that beautiful flash and shimmer that you get in our shimmer sprays. You've got the base of that lovely deep dye in there. The fact that you can get colour that remains on white card and a black card with a shimmer spray, where the colour just doesn't disappear in the background and you're just left with the silver or the gold, is incredible and really quite unique to these. And the fact that we've got that lovely ratio of the liquid to the mica to give you all of the pizzazz and wow when it comes, what's a wow? I don't know, but you know what I mean, with them. And you're getting all 10 of these, all 10, for £44 or $60, your platinum price. And of course you will get double points with that as well, which is great for moving you on to your next level of membership to access those level up 5, 10, 15, 20% off that we've got for our bronze, silver, gold and platinum members. The stamps, been so successful today, so successful. You have all loved them and we are grateful for that. As always, Sheena excels herself every time, and they are designed with craft in mind, which is what I love. Craft, non-artist, easy to colour, looks like you're an artist. It doesn't matter which one of Sheena's stamps you pick up and you do that to, you already feel like you've improved tenfold because of the clever way she draws them for you. So you're getting all 3 A6 of those in this collection for £28 or $32, plus you're getting your 60 sheets of multi-purpose cardstock, plus you're getting that stamp cleaning spray in there, all of that for £28 or $32, and your double points. And of course both of those things, shimmer sprays and stamps, it's more than 10. So you're going to get your free gift today as well, which is fantastic in our summer news event that we've got going for you this week. And this is the 3rd day of new launches for you, which I'm thrilled about because I've been on all 3 of them. So I'm feeling a little bit lucky. I'm not quite sure what we've got tomorrow and who's going to be doing that for you, but I would imagine it's spectacular. Sheena has been using these duet ink pads a lot during the course of today to do backgrounds, to do her watercolouring, her images, really, really fabulous. And you've got 11 of these. The one that you're not getting is that. She's out of stock. No lemon for you. But look, you've got all the colours and you're not really missing anything not having in there, I'll be honest. So you've got 11 fantastic colours in that collection for $47.19 or $70.79. Why can I not say that? $70.79. I've got double points as well. And it's 10, so you're going to get your free gift at the same time. And the stencils. Stencils are also proving popular for some of you, where Sheena has been using these for some of her backgrounds, where you've got all 4 sets of these stencils, and you're getting 3 stencils in a set, so you've got 12 fantastic stencils, 12 textures for only £24 or $28 if you're a platinum member, and of course don't forget your double points. So we've got our stylish trio. I love, that's my favourite set, with the argyle, that raindrop and the dot. You've got your stylish, we've got our decorative trio with that mandala, the kind of fretwork, and that really lovely kind of swirl lace pattern. You have got your textile trio, which is that fantastic plaid, the linen and the wave. And then finally our opulent trio, my second favourite, with that rose, the lovely like swirl floral, and then that damask, which is in there as well. All 12 of them for £24 or $28, and double points on everything across the website. And can I just say, I don't know, I need to ask the question secretly. Are there any Geminis in stock? So, a double point event, if you go and get yourself a Gemini machine, double points, that has got the power to really move you up a level. I've got the power, that's another song. Whoa, whoa, the power, that one. Honestly, so go and have a look at what you're wanting, what you might have on your wish list. Work out whether that's for you in this summer news event, because your double points can really, if you're making an investment in something like that, really level you up. Ooh, okay, we've got 2 pictures coming for you in a second as well. Really level you up and give you, let's say you go to gold, 15% off every order. How phenomenal is that? So always, this is when I shop, when I can get double points or triple points, or I've got an extra 200 bonus points, whatever there is an offer and there's extra points available, I am in and I'm shopping, because I'm going to get next levels and I'm going to get better discounts. Right, have we got the pictures ready? Oh, let's have a look. No, Lillian Kwok. Lillian, is that with the shimmers? Oh. Right, so Lillian's done the cling film technique. Nice. I did on a black card. Fabulous. From the launch show. Fabulous. Thank you, Lillian, that's fabulous. Oh, love it. Look at that. Lynn has sent a picture of her personal gramophone to show you that your stamp is spot on. Oh, thank you. Brilliant. And look at the little dog. Love it. Little Nipper. What was he called again? Nipper. Nipper. Yeah. I want to call him Nibbles. Nipper. Nipper. Isn't that lovely? Thank you, Lynn. Fabulous. Thank you very much, and thank you for sending in that lovely cling film background as well. In the living room. I love that. Yeah, it's really cool. I love doing it. I tell you what, Sheena, I have to tell you that the cling film and the salt background, Sheena, with these shimmer sprays, like nothing you've ever seen. Literally the cling film one, I've never seen veining like it. Really? Cool. That's true. Yeah, because it'll collect in all those things. And being a solid, it'll be like, whoa. Yeah, absolutely. Whoa. Are you ready? I am ready, yes. Okay. I'm off and running, Leanne. Woo! Woo! Look at me go. Right, so here's the thing. You know, when we're not crossing the streams, normally when you're doing a background, it's like, if you stick to warm colours, you're safe, aren't you? Yellows, reds, oranges, yeah? Or your blues, your greens, your purples, all good. But what I'm doing, I'm mixing it up. I'm going with colours that shouldn't really go together, because my outcome is browny colours. I want muted tones, Leanne. So I'm deliberately mixing colours that will go murky.
And that's because you can. It's okay if that's what you're setting out to do. Now, I'm using that multi-purpose card, which obviously you're going to get in that bundle, which is fabulous. Look at how these brushes are, when they come back, just don't miss them. Like I say, but just get behind the queue for me and Debbie. Deborah Durant, definitely.
Just have a look at them.
I'm going to have a look. They look stunning.
I've snicked them in the side for you. Can you believe that?
Wow. That is amazing.
I knew you'd love it.
I love that. That is so good.
Isn't it?
That's stupid good, that. Oh, imagine Christmas for a frosted icy kind of look there.
I knew you'd appreciate it.
Wow. What's this one? Salt.
Salt?
Salt, yeah. Don't tell me I'll be DCI Vera standard pet. Cling film again. Amazing. You know what, you see, here's the thing. The reason that looks amazing is because you've got those different colours that show up on the black.
Yeah.
So that's where you've got that more interest. I can see green here, I can see red here, and I can see yellow here.
Now, I feel like I'm bringing me homework in to show the teacher.
Yeah, you're doing really well. I would say an A+.
Would you?
Yeah, A+.
Oh, I'm happy.
Absolutely no detention for you.
Thank you.
You're a good girl, you are. That's brilliant.
You.
Love that one. I think that might be my favourite because I love the colours.
I knew you'd like it.
And then, so layered it, did you?
Yes.
So you sprayed the background, let it dry, then you went over again, spritzed it, put the cling film on, left it, come back.
No.
You did it all together?
All in one splash.
What?
Just squashed all the colour on, whacked the cling film on top, left it for an hour. Bob's your uncle.
So even all that under. So all this, is this colour from the sprays too?
Yes.
What?
Just sprayed it all on, put the cling film on the top at the end.
Well, put me down for some of those then, thank you very much.
So if
those are my brushes when they come in. Yeah, you'll have to get behind me and Deborah Durant in the queue for the brushes. But Leann has informed us that they're coming back, are they not, Leann?
They are. They're 100% coming back.
Because this is not coated card. This is just the card that you got in the bundle.
Yes, the multi-purpose.
The multi-purpose, yeah. So it goes on beautifully on that too. With the brushes, it's a gorgeous blend. It just takes a little bit longer because it's more absorbent surface, but that's what you would expect with any ink and any blending process. You have to build it up before it kind of saturates the surface of the card. And what you want, if you're lucky to be able to get it, is a nice blend with the colours and not a grab with the colours. Now there's a little bit of a mark there, but that's my fault because I went in on the edge of the brush, right in the centre. So, but I'm not worried about that because this is just the base layer.
Yes.
We're not going to stop here. We are going to keep going, and to be honest, I'm really just going to be a bit more reckless, Leann. I was blending it a little bit more carefully, and then I've just remembered I don't need to. So I'm just going to go. And that's a good thing too, to let you see that you don't always have to put the time in. If it's not necessary, if you know you're going to layer some texture on top, and the paint never know mind what, how, if it is a little bit patchy, it doesn't matter. Let it go. Move on. Yeah, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be.
Let it be. That
I'm speaking words of wisdom, Leann.
You are.
Let it be.
You are. You always speak words of wisdom. Pammy, I just love this. Colin Cowell, I can watch you all day, Sheena. Rachel says, is that gessoed like the first one? No,
this
straight
one
onto
isn't.
the card.
No, so you don't have to do that every time. It's a different finish, a different look. You're going to spend a little bit more time, bear with, I'm looking for my vintage Merlot. You're going to spend a little bit more time building the colour up if it's not on the gesso. But so look at that blending, it's lovely, isn't it?
Beautiful. And Denise has just asked what paper is Sheena using now? Sheena's using the multi-purpose cardstock that comes in the bundle of stamps, in the Showstopper bundle. So don't worry about that. You will get the exact card with your stamps that Sheena is using currently.
Yeah, absolutely fab. And it's lovely that you don't have to think, oh, I need another card on top of that. So if you do, if you go for the bundle of the day, the duets, Leann, is that the pick of the day?
Yes, pick of the day.
So if you did that and you did my bundle of stamps, everything we're doing, you're good to go.
Yes.
That's it. Oh, you might want a pencil.
and that's it. Yeah, I agree.
So can you see how this...
Absolutely stunning.
It's
so
muting.
atmospheric, Sheena.
Sorry?
Atmospheric.
Yes, thank you. That's what I'm wanting it to look like a warm, vintage, sepia-y kind of look. And you know what? It's working. Look at that. And so don't think the colours you've got are... That's the end of the story. That's just the beginning of the story. I'm really liking these colours together.
Yeah.
If I want to get even more daring and more out there, which I well do, because that's really what I'm here for, is to let you see your options, really. I'm going to go with a bit of green. Now, that really is going to mix it up, Leanne. It really could mix it up in a really horrible way, which it normally would. But leaf, it's like a spring... The spring, I'm looking for me, that one. No, that's waiting for spring. Spring, it's just spring on here. So, right. So
Laura Simmons says she's laughing and says she can't hear Let It Be without thinking of Sesame Street's Let It Be.
Oh, Let It Be. Thank you. Oh, MG, you know, I looked after Molly years ago in California in the 80s, she's now like a mega neuroscientist woman, and she, you know, and that was watching Sesame Street with the Count and all that, and the Let It Be. I am absolutely with you. Oh, God, thank you. Somebody else has shared that memory. Once you've heard it, you can't let it go.
You can't hear it.
Oh. Did you see it, Leanne?
I did. I loved the Count.
The Count was brilliant.
He was brilliant.
Yeah, I liked Oscar the Grouch.
Yes.
Right, so I'm really liking that background because it's got so much ethereal. Look at the blend on it. That's nice, but look at
gorgeous. It's just atmospheric.
It's overall, it looks like a vintagey kind of brown.
Yes.
But when you look closely, you've got oranges in there, you've got green in there, and but all those colours are merging to your eye and making it look overall brown. It's kind of like impressionistic kind of approach. So what we'll do is we'll start layering it up and getting a bit of bling in the mix as well.
I'm excited.
I think we should. We owe it to ourselves to do that.
We do.
Pop that there. Should we do a bit of faux bleaching as well?
Yes, please.
So what one? We got the phone book, haven't we? We did my mum's wallpaper earlier. We could do a little bit more of that now. Let's do, looking at the texture, background texture. Let's try this one, this bigger one. You like this one, don't you?
I do like that one. That reminds me of a lava lamp.
Yes, it does look very much like that, absolutely. So if you want to take some colour out, this is what we were saying about earlier, about if we wet the tissue, take away a lot of the moisture. You know what, Leanne, I'm going to take that away. I'm going to change my mind. Look at that. Because I'm going to try this out, because we were talking about it earlier.
Yeah.
About using like the tissue itself to faux bleach texture into it.
I bet that works a treat, especially with the fact that, you know, those duets have got that oxidisation in there when the water hits it.
It is. It's really, I can see it here. I might put a little bit more water on it, but just, so don't think you've got to have every stencil that's out there to get the techniques as well, because what you want is the folds in your tissue so that it looks like there's creases and things in it.
Of light wherever you've dabbed.
I'm liking that.
I am.
It looks like kind of feathers when you see it. It looks very organic, as if it's foliage or feathers. Ooh, and it's really cool because you see it happening before your very eyes. Right, I'm going to dry that and let you see it, because it will still keep doing it, won't it, when it's drying. And then we'll come over and do some more on top.
Okay.
I have to do a little bit more. I'm going to do a little bit more intense on it in bits. Just so build it up, buttercup, and with just a little bit of water at a time. And that was on the radio when we were in this morning. Right, liking that. Now we've got it, Leanne. Boom. Like it. Right.
That looks amazing.
And considering that's just a bit of kitchen paper with a bit of gentle, just hardly touching. Wow, I like that a lot. It does look very organic, like it could be lots of leaves or something. I'm going to hold this up so you can see it, and then we're going to go and maybe put some bling on it. Yeah, and then stencil over it.
I love that. Lillian's just asked a question, and it's a good question actually. Lillian says, if you've got a stamp with just water on it, could you stamp and lift that colour away of that image, i.e. for bleach the image shape?
Yes, but you've got to be really quick.
Right.
With these stamps, there's nothing really appropriate that you would do that with, but if it was like a leaf or a viney background or a swirl, just put it down. You're going to be splodgy. It's not going to be as neat as it normally is, but it's getting that balance of just the right amount of water, but not too much water. If it's too much,
looks incredible.
Isn't it cool?
Yes.
I'm liking that. So, should we put a bit of bling on top and then stencil over the top? Right, so if we look at the picture that we did, that should work quite nicely with that.
Yeah.
Should we put a bit of the green in again? I like that green.
Yeah,
it's lovely.
I did.
That green was really pretty. And I think we'll put a little bit of the this coppery colour. Let's go with
I
those
love the
two.
copper.
And let's get the sponge back into
Do you know
the
which
mix.
other one I love? Golden Heather.
All right.
Oh. You can't spray it without going, oh.
It's just so much fun, isn't it? Oh, I'm liking that.
Look at it.
I don't even know if I want to get the sponge in the mix. I'm not getting the sponge into this one. It looks too nice just as it is. So, right, so it just shows how use less. You can put more on if you need to, if you want to, but these are so blingy. You'll be surprised at how little you need to put on it. Oh, this is lovely. Nice.
That's beautiful. Do you know, and that's what I love about them as well, Sheena. And I've been disappointed with shimmer sprays in the past. I've gotten them home and I've tried to do what I've seen other people do with them, and what I've done has just been lacklustre. And I've been disappointed in the past with the intensity of the colour and with the amount of shimmer. And I was adamant if we were going to bring some shimmer sprays out that the colour had to be the colour. It had to be intense, but that it had to really give you that payoff of shimmer, so you felt like you had a shimmer spray. And I do think we've managed it really well.
Yeah, it looks amazing. I've used a lot of these in the past. Before was with Crafters Companion the first time, and I've got to say these are, I think, the best I've used definitely so far. And this was a global brand I was using before that as well.
I remember.
Which that's what they specialised in back in the day. But this is these are lovely, Leanne. This looks really cool. It's got that kind of coppery look to it.
Yes.
If you could go on top of that and do your faux finishes if you wanted, and make that look like a distressed coppery kind of plate, because you've got the, look at that. You saw how little I put on?
Yeah.
About 2 sprays or something?
Yeah.
Maybe 3, 4. 2 of each, very light though, sprays of each. And now that's ready to put a pattern on top.
That's incredible.
I love that. That's really, and that texture underneath kind of worked nicely with that one that went over the top. Should we use this one again? Because I think that'll work with that.
I do like that one.
Yeah,
Sheena.
I think it just works with that, doesn't
I agree.
it? So back with the water reactive this time and your blending tool. And we're just going to splodge through. So you'll see again, when I use the black, that it's not as black as it would be had it just gone on plain card without even on the background with the inks before we sprayed it with the sprays, it would still be darker than it is with the sprays on there, because it sits on the sprays. The sprays still shine through.
Yes.
So, which is nice, because it doesn't overpower the other. It kind of like merges in and they look like they're meant to be kind of together. It's not jarring as it could be. So just continue like that. We're nearly done. See,
we had a wallpaper like that.
Yes.
It was burgundy.
Yes. Look how cool.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah. So I'm going to try and line that up again, Leanne, like we did earlier. Maybe about there. And again, you can trim down or, do the vignette if you want to extend that card and keep it a bit bigger. You could stencil, bring your stencil up and just, try and match it top and bottom as well. But there's so little to do there. I think I can get away with just doing a vignette around the outside and not have to worry about that.
I agree.
Particularly. And then we've got that.
I would never, honestly, Sheena, if I hadn't seen, I would never have been brave enough to do the black. I would have gone for a deeper orange or a brown or a bronze, or you know, I would have gone for something in the colour tone, because I just wouldn't have had the bravery to commit to the black. But my word,
it looks cool, doesn't it?
Even Georgia said, yeah, that's awesome.
It makes it look vintage, but pretty vintage
Oh, my
at the
word.
same time. It's like old but new.
Yeah, and Nicola's loving how the theme of backgrounds today has been old wallpaper, and I agree with you. I agree with you, Nicola. Oh, Nicola's requesting a 70s wallpaper paper pad to come on stream.
Fantastic. Yeah,
Do you
put me
want the
down for
flock on
that.
there as well, Nicola? Has to have texture.
Lovely. Put me
So
down for that too.
We're going for flocked, textural, like that paper pad, 70s vibe.
Like it.
Consider it done.
Way. You know what? There was some fabulous florals and things in that as well. Some, you know, like, remember, like Bieber style florals and things like that were really cool, weren't they?
I'll tell you who I love as well, Celia Birtwell.
Sorry?
Celia Birtwell.
Oh, I don't know that one.
You will when you see our designs.
Really?
Birtwell.
Right, okay.
She has some really cool, and she was 1960s, really cool pattern designs out.
Cool. Right, we'll put a little bit of a mat on that. Have we got time for me to cut that little bit of black?
Of course we have.
To mat that, and I'm tempted to do a little vignette around that as well.
Yes.
Needs it, I think, because too stark white. And
but I think it's nice for everyone at home to see that as well, because you would be forgiven for being scared to even try and do that for fear of ruining what you've done. So I think to see you do it would be phenomenal. Let's just remind everybody on the screen there, you can see there's that showstopper deal that our Sheena has, and that is your £28.32. You're getting all 3 of your stamps. That beautiful one that Sheena's using for you now. You're getting 60 sheets of your multi-purpose cardstock, and you're getting a bottle of that fabulous stamp cleaner in there. You're getting all of that for £28, and when you consider that your multi-purpose card is at least, what, £10? Something like that on the website, and then the cleaner's going to be about £4, so there's 14. You're getting 3 A6. $5.99 for the stamp. Well, I've been cheap. It's $12.99 for the card and $5.99 for that, which is 13 and 6, £19. For an extra £9, you get 3 A6 high quality photopolymer stamps. That's the value in this bundle and how exceptional it is. And look at those 3 stamps that you've got there. Absolutely phenomenal. Are you okay there, Sheena? We're ready to come back.
Leann.
I was filling a bit of time for you while you were chopping.
Yes, thank you. I was it wasn't exciting cutting a bit of black cord, but I am getting a little bit daring now with this ink around the outside. But I think it just was a bit too clean looking. So we're going to just put a little, I don't want to go too far in with the vignette, so you can just, you know, stop it a little bit closer to the edge.
It's transformative, Sheena.
Yes, it just...
And Shadiah, I must just tell you, Shadiah's just said, you come out, you start the day with a determination that you don't need to buy anything, then you watch Sheena and you buy it all. Do you know what though? I think it's because it gives you the confidence, Shadiah.
Well,
that's what I
it.
love.
And
Confidence to give it a go, Sheena.
I hope so, Leann.
Definitely.
That's the thing, is like, the great things, but it's like everything. If you get it and you go, oh no, what do I do with it? So that's what we're here for, is to not tell you everything you can do with it, to start you off with what you can do with it. We're just pushing that little snowball.
I think everybody at home is gasping at how different that looks with that vignette of black around there.
Yeah, it just looked too, it was too jarring against the background. Now it's all kind of harmonious and it ties in much more, and it looks more like a vintage photo now, doesn't it?
It really does.
So that there, and I've trimmed it down quite cropped it quite a
Oh
lot
my
there.
word, that is
So
excellent.
then you
That's
can
demo
pop
of the show for
that.
me. That's mine. That's mine.
That's it.
That's me. But, so please can Rachel count my one vote, please? George, which one's your vote? You need to say the other one again. Okay. Oh, you're going to say them side by side before George commits. He's a perfectionist, what can I say? Yes, the pineapple upside down cake.
What are you going to do? You're swayed by the cake, aren't you? Really, it's like, oh.
You can't let cake sway your judgment.
Yeah, but it's like, oh, God. But it's pineapple upside down. Right, so do you want to see the two, Leanne?
Yes, please.
So this was the first one.
That
with
is
the
nice.
Pineapple upside down cake and the pineapple coloured upside down cake
Yeah, that's
background.
a good background.
Okay, I like this worked so well with the pencil, with the graphite. I think that worked a treat. But then,
no, it's number two.
I think I like that
Number
one.
two. Number two for me, number two for George, number two for Nicola. Please, Rachel, in the votes. Sheena, do you want to vote for one yourself?
That one.
Number two.
Want that one.
Sheena, also, 4 number twos, please,
I'll put them
Rachel.
both in shot there so you can see them there as they go.
Yes,
Does that-
4 number
that work
twos.
for you
Right,
there?
let's see what comes through. Get your votes in. Rachel's going to count those up and we'll let you know soon. While Rachel's doing that, 3 fabulous brand new stamps. Let's have a look at these little samples. Let's have a flick through of these samples because I've shown you the actual card many times. These are exceptional by Sheena's Inkoids. Really talented team
Fabulous,
you've
aren't
got.
they?
And to see every single one of these and how every single one that you see looks very different and all of the different colouring techniques you can apply, but each looks as exquisite as the next. This is what you're going to be able to recreate at home, regardless of what your skill level is, whether you're brand new, whether you're seasoned, what your particular colour and medium is going to not matter a jot, because you can see on every single one of them, my personal favourite, how gorgeous, 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 gorgeous these are. Now then, have we got the vote in? Yes, and it's a landslide. Demo of the show by a landslide. Number 2.
Number 2. Woo! Number 2.
Thank you. I think that might be demo of the day, but I don't know what's happening later on tonight.
I do like that one.
I'm manifesting it because I love it so much. Look, thank you everybody for joining us. Sheena, thank you so much for your time this last 2 hours and being so inspirational. She's an absolute joy to watch, isn't she? So please do, after the show, shop and get your Sheena bundle. It's fantastic value for money. We will be back with you tonight at 6 p.m. We'll see you then when we've got more fantastic inspiration from Sheena. Don't forget, it's summer news. You're getting double points and you're getting that free gift when you spend 10 today, and your showstopper is flying. So if you're interested, maybe take the next couple of hours to go and shop that website and make the most of the double point offer we've got for you as well. We'll see you at 6 in a couple of hours.